Welcome, you guys, to an episode of the Pink Print Podcast. Today we have Daniela Moreno, who is the founder. She always tells me I talk too fast. Founder of MOE Studio. I'm like, what did you just say? And I'm like, sorry, I just have so many thoughts in my head. But you are a Colombian-born, Miami-based content creator and founder of this gorgeous studio, which is actually a fun fact, you guys, where we shot our first photo shoot.
Yes,
We did.
So
for
nice.
It's so aesthetic in here. I've taken 100 photos since we walked in.
Aesthetic.
I love that.
It's so perfect. And we're just so excited to dive into your journey, how you came up with this concept, learning about you. And I feel like you're such a staple for creators and business owners and just people in Miami in general. I feel like everybody has come to MOE Studio.
No, it's true. Everyone knows.
Been here.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's such a dream to see so many different creators that I've been watching and following for so many years come here. So it's a treat to have you guys here. So thank you.
Of course. So take us to the beginning. Where did this concept even begin, start? When was the seed planted?
Wow. I don't even know. I feel like I've had a camera in my hand since I was a little girl. When I was 5 years old, my dad used to have a dark room in his house in Colombia. Well, in our house in Colombia. And he used to take me in there and show me how to turn negatives into photos. And I kind of became obsessed with everything to do with photography. So I always had kind of that in the back of my mind of just me loving creativity and photography in general. But I kind of wanted to take a more business route in my life. So I did go to do like marketing school and communications and all of that. But I had that little creative inside of me always. And when I graduated college, I went to FIT in New York and I didn't love it there. So I moved back to Miami because I knew that I wanted to plant my roots here. And I started working for an agency, and somehow in the midst of that was when influencers didn't really exist. I used to call them bloggers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the content creation sphere wasn't really a thing back then. I mean, this was 2014, 2015. Mm-hmm. This whole social media, making money from it still was very raw and new. And through this agency, we had clients that we used to pitch to Vogue, Elle, because it was important to get into magazines. But in all of that, I started creating content for these brands through this agency. And I started doing this whole content creation thing. And I started a blog with my best friend, who's the founder of Sana.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Valentina. So
wait,
Iron
we
and
were trying to
Salt.
get her on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll get you on, Valen. Don't worry. She and I started Iron and Salt, which was a blog that we had that we used to go and write about hotels and things that we like to do in Miami. And this was not a thing, back then. And so through that, I kind of started finding this to be more of a business. You know, I could create content for people and get paid. I don't know how many years we did it together, but eventually she wanted to go into the skincare world and I kind of stuck with it. And I became a full-time content creator in some of that time. And in the pandemic, I was creating all this content from my one-bedroom apartment. I had beautiful west-facing natural light in this apartment. So I was super inspired by the evenings and the glow that this apartment would get. So I would grab a product and just play around with it and do all sorts of weird things, and brands started really liking it.
You're creating content for yourself at this point?
I'm creating content for brands. I'm
for
getting
brands.
paid
Okay.
full time. Because I started Iron and Salt.
Yeah.
We had a very kind of like an elevated touch to things, to creating. So brands were paying us. And when I was doing it alone, it was my full-time thing. And I had clients that every month were expecting my content. And in the pandemic, when I was doing this in my one-bedroom apartment, I was like, I really would love to grow. I can't just keep doing this in my apartment. So I started to think about, do I rent a little studio for myself and go in and do this? And it was kind of like this hidden dream that I had of having a place where I put really cool furniture inside and I can go and create more better, just more elevated things for myself and my clients. This was a completely selfish idea at the beginning. I was not thinking of anybody else. And in that process, I was like, what if I rent out a studio and I put really cool furniture and then rent it out to other influencers and creators, cancel that cost for myself, and then I'm, making better content and probably will make better money as well. So in all of that, I was like, okay, wait, this could really be a thing, because studios 5 years ago, they didn't have this,
I feel like they still don't.
Now there is,
because I'm just like, I only see MOE.
No, I know.
I don't
but
see other
now
places.
like people have picked up on this idea of a business, and there's been studios that have popped up in the past 3 years, and with that concept of the furniture and the things, like, but before, like, that really didn't exist.
Right.
No,
not at all.
And so one thing led to another, and I was like, wait, this is actually something that is going to benefit a lot of people. And I removed myself from it, and it became the back end of the whole business, creating, which I had no idea what I was doing. But I kind of thought that this would be beneficial for every creator in Miami, because I needed it. And I was so uncomfortable going to a studio. You couldn't pay me to show up to a studio. I didn't know if there was going to be a weird man like watching me. There was no way that I was going to pay for a studio. So I wanted to create something cozy and homey, and it's been wild.
Wow. You really got it. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, I want to talk more about the origin of the business, but a question popped into my head, and I'm thinking now, like, for aspiring content creators, since you've been doing this for so long, I think we hear a lot of like paradoxical advice where some people are like, your content needs to be aesthetic and beautiful and you should work really hard at your content. And some people are like, it doesn't matter what it looks like, just keep posting, like keep doing it. So I'd love to hear your advice on this. I'm sure it depends on brand.
Question.
That is a great question.
For aspiring content creators, would you say like really curate and work on your content, or just like post, doesn't matter, you never know what's going to get picked up, etc.?
I think that a lot of aspiring content creators, like you said, there's a lot of fear involved.
Totally.
Oh my God, thank you.
So if you are, if you're fearful and you don't know what you're doing, my advice would be just do it. Just take the leap and do whatever you can. From a consumer, I don't like to see. Can I curse? Like, no.
Yeah,
I don't like to see a bunch of shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love when somebody takes their time and has intention with their creating. And I can see that they thought about this, and it's an art form, and they thought about the textures, the aesthetic, the composition of a video, of a photo. I admire that, because I've always been the type of person who spent hours on Tumblr as a kid.
Yeah.
I would cut out magazines and make mood boards. So I'm also a Libra. I don't know if that has anything to do about it.
Yeah.
But
You love beauty. That's
I love beauty. I love it. And so I like to see beautiful things. When something is so raw, like too raw for me, I don't love that,
Yeah.
But I do understand it from an entertaining point of view, because human beings we're like morbid by nature. So we like to see the girl who's just talking about her ex-boyfriend and is just being really messy. That's why Alex Earle is so successful, because it's like how she says, a hot mess.
It's like the chaos.
And it's so genius because people really relate to that. So
It's also just like so raw, her life, actually.
exactly, which is also beautiful, and she's amazing at what she does, and she's consistent, and she's hardworking, and so she's very successful because of that, which I also really admire. But there are creators that I like. I forgot her last name, but her name is Hannah Schoberg. I think she's like a Scandinavian. I don't know, but her content is art to me.
Right.
So whatever you are wanting to do, I say just do it, because there is a space for everyone. There's a space for the people that just want to see you being chaotic and messy and you don't have to think about. And then there's also the brands that really appreciate somebody who has a good eye, that they can take that content and put some ad money into it and sell that product, which is where I land, because I have no interest in showing my personal life online.
Right.
So that's my advice. I say just do it. But it doesn't matter which route you take because there's so many routes in the social media sphere.
There are. I just think that's super valid because it's like, sure, there could be, let's just use Alex as an example, like so chaotic, but then you're like, yeah, no, you admire her for like being a hard worker, but maybe you're not like consuming her content all the time because that's also not what you relate to. Yes. But at the same time, someone who does take their time, maybe it's taking them longer, but they're really going in for like the niche and you like really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
So it's just kind of like whatever someone decides to do, there hopefully is going to be someone out there that just relates to it.
And there will be.
There will be, yeah.
It's incredible what, for example, TikTok can do to a person's life.
Yeah.
There's so many things that I can think about. There's this one woman who has like 8 kids and she just cooks dinner for her kids every day.
I've seen this woman.
Have you seen her?
Yeah, it's like a crazy
Is it
kitchen.
Not Ballerina Farm?
Yes. No,
it's like a super simple woman and she's just like making like mac and cheese or like really easy foods.
Wow,
for 8 kids.
No, but it's just it's like there's like beauty in her. No. This is her putting her phone up on some weird angle.
Yeah, like not cooking. Professional.
Yes, and I don't know how many. I think she has like 1 million followers by now.
Yeah,
wow.
And she's probably feeding her kids from this money she's making from making videos of how she feeds her kids, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to ask you, this is really, I just want the answer. So I hope somebody listening also wants the answer. I'm also somebody who really likes beautiful content. And I definitely go through phases of, I feel like I'm in flow and I can capture it.
Totally.
And sometimes I'm like, everything is ugly. I'm ugly. This is ugly. And I don't want to do it anymore.
I don't want to edit. I don't want to do any of it.
And I just like, I feel like right now I'm in such a creativity rut. Like, what is your advice to like get back into that spark and like just like taking content because you want to and it's fun, not because like you have to, and then you're trying to get it perfect and it doesn't work?
Wow, I completely relate to that because when you also kind of you're expecting brands to pay you to create this content, there's kind of a pressure between it. You know, it's not just I'm gonna go make content today. It's like, no, there's a brief. There's been 50 emails. They're expecting this angle, this lighting, this. I feel ugly. I'm not in the right phase of the month to be doing this. I hate everything. So personally, for me, what helps me, and this is just very niche as well, I love dancing by myself because I feel like through movement in your body, you really do unlock creative parts of yourself. And I live by myself, and when I put music and I'm just like, I have to go film something, do something, and I'm not in the mood, I put a song that I really like and I get in this energy of like, I'm a creator. You know what I mean? Like I can do this. And then I get really inspired with myself, by myself. And I feel like this is just an energy thing, creating. It's an exchange. You know, you're taking an idea and you're putting it out there and you're doing something with it and then you're seeing the result, and it's kind of emotional too, you know? But I do think for me personally, dancing has always been that catalyst that gets me going when I'm really not feeling it. Trust me, try it and you're gonna be like, wow, this really helps.
I love it.
No, I love that. And you know what? I feel like on my day-to-day, like Kati will be in my car sometimes and like I won't play music. Or like, I don't know, I'm just like in the silence.
Totally.
Or I'm like, nice I would rather be listening to a podcast or something. But there is something about music that when you, like it really changes your mood. It really lifts you up. And I'm saying this because like the few times that I put music on, I'm like, oh my God, I do feel so much better. Like I do feel so good. I feel like I want to dance, or maybe it's like a song from a movie or a TV show and I'm like thinking about that and like I am feeling more inspired. So like it's so nice that you said that because I think that I don't do it as often, but when I do, I get how it changes your mood.
Oh, I did it this morning.
It takes you out of a rut. It really does.
I didn't dance, but I was on my way to the gym and it was like gloomy like this and I was so tired and my eyes were puffy. And I could have played like Noah Khan and been depressed.
Right, that's the thing. You could also put like really depressing like songs.
You know what I mean?
And I was like, I need to like feel like a baddie right now. Like I'm walking into the gym. I want to like have a good workout. Why did I wake up at 6 a.m. if not to like get a good workout in?
No.
And so I put on like Wind It Up by Gwen Stefani. And I was like, oh my God, it's the best morning ever. Yeah. And then
I love that.
It was next.
Another thing that really inspires me is light. So I do struggle when we have days like this. Like this year, September was one of the gloomiest months of the year. It was raining almost every day.
It was raining a lot. I remember that.
So much.
And for me to deliver something, to create something, when I feel like the weather is flat, it holds me back so much.
Yeah.
So I do kind of take that time when it's gloomy, and I'm just like how they say, kind to yourself, like gentle with yourself. And I'm like, it's gonna pass, you're gonna get it back, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes brands understand if you have something due and you're like, listen, I have this idea, I wanna create this, but the weather is not giving me what I need I need to do this. And usually they're like, you know, it's fine, let's wait, because we understand that this is your vision, you wanna do this. And then the sun comes out and I play that music and I'm like, I'm ready. Like my favorite feeling in the world is me being alone in the studio on a sunny, glowy afternoon through evening when I have things to shoot for clients. The music is so loud in here.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm just in my ultimate ecstasy bliss. It's my favorite feeling in the world.
What's your favorite song to put on?
Oof, I love disco.
Same.
Yeah.
No, we love disco.
I love disco. Lately I've been obsessed with Olivia Dean, what you guys were listening to when we got here. But when I'm really feeling it, I put like a disco playlist and I'm dancing and I'm like doing things. I'm like, yes, I did this.
Oh my God,
Wait, that's so fun.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
you're
okay.
good.
Do you want to get it?
I don't know. Should I?
Besides music, where else do you go for inspiration? Like let's say you actually have to put something together for a brand deal or for a specific brand. Like, where do you go for inspiration?
Pinterest.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, do you consume?
I consume Pinterest more than any other social media.
That's okay.
I'm on it.
I like Pinterest for some things.
It's like a visual. It's like my lunch. I can't explain it. It's the way I've curated. It's like my Pinterest feed. What Pinterest gives me on a daily basis it's a combination of like moods, colors, feelings, home, and all of that. It gets my brain going. And so it's the healthiest form of consumption for me because
No, I was gonna say, as a content creator, do you ever feel like you spend too much time on your phone or too much time consuming? Because I feel like, I'll say for myself, sometimes I look for inspiration, I get caught up 100%. Consuming. And I've heard other content creators say the same thing. They're like, yeah, listen, it kind of comes with the job. You're like just more on your phone. Like,
yes, I feel like I have a really healthy relationship with social media. I have 3 different Instagram accounts. One is my personal one with my friends that I just put things that I find that are pretty, that I don't care for, my close people to see. Then I have Iron and Salt, which is my creator account.
You're still doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
I am 100%.
Well, when you said Iron and Salt, I thought,
oh, no. That's
the
me.
thing of the past.
Oh, no. I am her, she is me, we are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I was at an event last night it's my bread and butter.
Oh my God.
100%. I still do brand deals through there.
Oh,
that's how people
I need
find
to check
me.
out Iron and Salt now.
Yeah, no, I'm signed to Freedom Models as a creator through Iron and Salt.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I kept going with it because it's my baby. And then I have the MOE Studio account.
Right. Okay.
So when I'm in my friends, I'm seeing what my friends are doing. I just like my friends' things. The Iron and Salt account, I see it as my work, so I'm there and I engage with other creators because I understand that we all have to support each other. So I try my best to go in there and boom, boom, boom.
That's nice.
Like, na. Yeah. So I don't really spend that much time, but when I'm in there, I'm
proactive.
I'm engaging, I'm liking, I'm commenting. And then MOE Studio is my business. So that's like, I'm working,
Yeah. How has your content evolved from Iron and Salt? Because now, I thought this was like a thing that you did with your best friend, and then she went to do skin, and then you started mowing, like that kind of like just left it.
Yeah.
But since you've been doing it for so long, I'd like to see like, has it changed? How has your branding changed? How has your content changed? Because I feel like a lot of content creators, they change through the years.
I feel like the content has kind of grown up with me. If I go back to my feed from a few years ago, I see myself and I'm like, you were so cute. You know what I mean?
You're still so cute.
No, but it was like, no, thank you, but I see myself in like pastel colors and doing everything that I could to keep working through the pandemic. And I really want to give that version of Dani a hug. Like, good job, girl. Like you did it. Like you went through the pandemic. You built a studio through that time. Like the content is probably not stuff that I would do now. I think now I would be kind of embarrassed to post that kind of content. But I think it was right for the time.
Yeah.
It was cuter. I was going out every day to the streets and taking reels and outfit photos with a friend. And I mean, I was getting paid for it. It was great. But I think now my content is more sporadic. I'm not posting as much, and it's more intentional, and it's more probably a bit more curated because with years, I think I've become a little bit more guarded with social media and how much I expose myself. And yeah, I wish I didn't feel that way because I know the girls that don't have that veil, they really succeed in social media when they just talk and tell everything and show everything, and they grow their following in a day because of that. I'm still very careful.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
What made you, you've been doing this for so long. So when was that like switch flipped?
I mean, no, it's not something crazy, but when everything happened during that time of the pandemic, and there was the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and I remember I had worked with a brand years before that had gotten canceled, and during that time, somebody found a photo of me wearing a piece of clothing from that brand that got canceled during that time.
Oh my God.
They posted me on their stories, and they were like, how can she work with this brand? And I was like, oh, wow, like people really are out there to just get you and destroy you. And I felt, I'm very spiritual.
Oh, so, we are too.
Yeah.
You came to the right place.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Love it. I'm very spiritual. So I felt exposed and energetically when that happened. I was like, okay, I didn't even do anything wrong, but there's somebody out there trying to destroy me. Let me just really keep everything that is private in my life, because that's, for me, sacred to me. And if you're gonna judge me on anything, let it be my outfit, I don't know. But I just found that to be really important for my mental health. Because I just feel calmer when I know that if I'm posting something, it's only a certain percentage about myself and not my personal life, you know, what's happening and the ins and outs of my days. Like, I just don't think that that's something that I personally have wanted to put out there. TikTok is interesting because it's forced me to kind of be more raw with my content, because I don't do well on that app at all, because people like me don't succeed on TikTok.
Don't say that.
No, I mean, like,
people who like nice curated content.
Yes, like, it's just
TikTok
not
is
the
for like
place.
blabbering and like hate, honestly.
You think so?
Well, I just had a really bad experience with TikTok recently. Well, and what you were, by the way, I wanted to chime in about what you were saying before. Like, I think that was just such a time of like everybody wanted to just spread hate.
It was scary.
It was really scary. And anyone was saying anything to
Also,
just
everyone was
be
like locked up at home. Like everyone was just
it
like
was
with
just a
nothing
horrible
to do.
time.
Like
like I remember people saying things about me during that time too, and I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. Like you're saying the most random shit of all time.
I'm like, what have you done? You're
no, I mean, somebody was I like. I don't even want to get into this whole story.
You don't need to.
Whatever.
I feel you.
Yeah, basically, like I was like wearing like Gucci flip flops, and somebody just started like shitting on me. They were like, "You can't say anything because you wear Gucci flip flops," and I'm like, "What does that even fucking mean?" Like, anyway.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter.
Maybe Gucci did something wrong.
Probably.
And then you...
I don't know. I was like trying to spread peace and love, and somebody was like, "Fuck you."
Exactly.
So, per usual.
Exactly.
I knew my intention.
You're not peaceful because you wear Gucci.
Yeah.
So,
no, and I remember when that happened to me, I wrote a message to the person that did that, and I was like, you obviously don't understand how contracts work. Like, I cannot delete this photo because I signed a contract that it has to stay on my feed, and this brand did something I didn't know. They when they saw that I saw and I messaged them, they were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it, blah, blah, blah." Deleted everything. So people are just,
I don't know. They're like out. They're like, I don't know. They're out to like get attention or energy from this. I don't know.
Well, what happened on my TikTok recently is so dumb, but I like made a TikTok. Me and my boyfriend, like my fiance, love to like eat.
Yeah.
And on our 5-year anniversary, we'll go to restaurants and like review everything we're eating. But I never will post a negative review. Like I'm just never gonna do that. Okay. Also, my family's in the restaurant industry, as you will soon learn now.
Yeah.
And so we went to my family's restaurant on our anniversary because we were like in the area. We were like, whatever, let's just go. So I'm like, okay, I'm at my restaurant, like review, whatever. I guess
everything looks bomb.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Also,
are you gonna name drop the restaurant or?
Well, I think everyone that listens to our podcast knows, but
you can tell me
it's Carpaccio and Bell Harbor shops.
Oh,
so
love that.
I post this
10 out of 10.
I post this review. It's like just so cute, me and him like being cute. And next thing I know, it's like going crazy. People are like, OMG, Bethany Frankel just trashed this place. Like this place fucking sucks. Like
I saw that.
Okay, I see it. See? And people are like, this is damage control. I'm like, okay, I have 500 followers. This is not damage control. I didn't even know Bethany Frankel posted a review. Like this is divine timing from the Lord Almighty. And then everyone's just like being so mean. And it's not that I take it personal, but then I'm just like, do you want to know what I want to say to these people? Oof. Do you know that my dad came to this country, had no money, built this like life for him and his entire family? Like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say, 100%. But don't fucking come at my dad 100%. Like that. Like, I will
100%. You know, we should. Okay, can you post this on TikTok? This snippet.
It's just like me too. Everything is so like it's all about perspective, and it's like people don't even know what they're saying.
No.
But my point is, so like now I don't want to post on TikTok, and it's like
yeah. But you have to just kind of get past that, you know.
And she knows, like, I don't care about the haters. People come on our YouTube all the time, like stupid ass shit. And I'm like, why are you reading that?
No, you don't care.
Yeah, but if you're coming for my family,
sensitive,
she's a Cancer. I'm an Aquarius.
You're an Aquarius. I love Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising.
I'm Libra moon.
She's a Libra moon.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your moon?
A Taurus.
Oh, that's why you love have a beautiful eye also.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, true. It really goes together.
Wow. Anyway.
And you are so Cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Cancer.
I love that.
I'm Aquarius rising.
Ooh.
Leo moon.
Oh.
She's like, you're not.
And I'm Cancer rising. So we have like reverse charts.
And we all have each other's charts.
But then I'm Libra moon and she's Leo moon.
You're Libra moon?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you just said that.
No, and then you had the Aquarius. That's what
I have
fact.
And then I have a Taurus moon.
True.
So we're both Venus
you're also
moons.
an air sign, like natural, like sun. You're air.
Yeah, double air.
So that's also a thing for me with the content. Sometimes I'm just like la 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 la. I don't know what's going on. And
I know. No. Yeah, TikTok is a scary place, and I get like 200 views on my.
Same.
If I get 1,000, I'm like, oh,
same. I'm viral.
No. You have to like not give a fuck.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
You like I feel like that's the best way, because if
I'm
not,
learning.
I'd be offended every day.
Yeah.
Can you talk to us about consistency?
Yeah.
Like, how do you possibly stay consistent?
Just a comment. Like, I was gonna say, like, I do think TikTok is aesthetic. You guys don't agree, and I was gonna say it is.
You think it's aesthetic?
Yeah. I think it depends who you're following.
You know what?
And some accounts are really aesthetic, and it's just their thing, like video after video.
But I don't like it.
Oh, see, I like it.
Okay, you see,
there's something for everyone.
That's like where, if I'm on TikTok, show me the shit.
Yeah. Same.
I just want to see.
Make me laugh at least.
Yes.
Like.
My whole TikTok is like manifestation gurus and like weird things, and I just want to put it and listen to it while I cook or something.
I feel you on that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, but if a girl is like,
depends what mood I'm in.
My 5 a.m. morning routine where she puts the camera and she's getting out of bed, and for
like
me, I just skip it because I know how it ends. It's
beautiful.
You're
like, she's gonna make herself a coffee. She's gonna get dressed and work out. She's gonna go to Pilates.
And it's gonna be a beautiful video, and I'm super happy for you.
Yeah. And it's like, it takes so much fucking time to edit that shit for me to get 100 views. Like,
I would get. There's girls that get like 1 million.
They do.
I would probably get 5. I'm just like, show me the cats. Like where, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. TikTok is kind of where I want to brain rot a little bit.
Totally.
But also learn.
Trust me, I brain rot a shit ton there. But I do learn.
So much to learn.
I watch a lot of political videos.
Like, she has like conspiracy theories on hers.
I just watch like so much there.
Oh my God, I know.
I look it up. Yeah.
It's cool.
So
anyways,
consistency. How do you stay consistent? Do you have a planning calendar? Do you ask chat to help you? Like, what's the vibe here?
I don't ask chat to help me with that, but I do ask chat to help me with anything technology wise. I take a picture and I'm like, how do I work this light? But no, just consistency. I think I'm very self-disciplined, which has taken me a while. I used to never be a morning person, but not that I am a crazy morning person. Now you say you're in the gym at 6 a.m. Like that could never be me.
Yeah.
But I have a very good structure in my day where my routines are very consistent. I'm not even talking about work. I'm talking about things that I do. The second I wake up to the second I'm leaving my apartment to come to work, that I feel keep me in this flow. And I feel like everything is a mental thing. So I watched this video where this professor from, I don't know, like 40 years ago was teaching his students, and he was saying, all you have to tell yourself is do it now. And that kind of engraved in my brain. Sometimes when I see the dishes at the end of the day and I'm like, I'm so fucking tired, I really will do this tomorrow. And then that man from that video would be like, do it now. And I'll be like, okay, sir. And I will get in there. And I tell myself this all day, do it now.
Yeah, I really relate to that. And growing up, my mom would always say, no time like the present. I'm like, I'll do it later. She goes, there's no time like the present. No time. I'm like, fuck, okay, fine, you're right.
So I find like it just keeps me in like right now after this, I have an event that I have to go to, and you know what I mean? And I'm like trying to do things, but I thrive when I'm busy and I have things to do. And I'm always so grateful for busy days. Every time that I see my calendar and I have a busy day ahead, I literally take a second and I'm like, thank you.
I'm the same way. Like, but so then where does the content fit into all of this?
Yeah, that's what I'm just like, okay, I'm not inspired now. Like, how am I going to put this together? Okay, yeah. Or I have an idea and I have pictures and now I need to kind of like make a carousel.
So I think that I'm not the most consistent poster in the world. I think that there are girls that do this full time that can do this every single day and post every single day. I find windows in my weeks where I set to create. You know, I'll close the studio.
So you plan for it?
Yes, but I also depend a lot on the sun.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get
Thank God
it.
you live in Miami.
Yeah. Well, there's clearly a reason she didn't like New York.
Oh, yeah. True. I was going to say, because in New York, it's getting dark at 4:30.
Yeah. No. So if I see the weather and I'm like, okay, sometimes when I'm here, because I work here, and you know, let's say I'll have two girls like you guys in one of the rooms. I'll pop into another room. If the sun is shining in here, I have things to do. I'll get in here with my tripod and I'll just shoot. So I'm lucky that I can stay consistent because I work in a photo studio.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So not everybody can say that, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of just in the walls of already, you know, so I have a huge tote bag with all sorts of things that I have to shoot for jewelry brands, products. So when the sun comes in, I also live a block away, so I can go retouch, come back and be like, okay, I'm ready. But I do work around the sun.
How do you? I was gonna say that's why when we walked in, she goes, "I'm so sorry, the sun isn't here."
Sorry, the sun.
This is enough light.
Well, my apartment has the worst fucking lighting of all time. It makes me mental, but it's horrible. But so, how do you differentiate your content if you're like constantly shooting in the same environment?
That's a great question.
That is such a good question.
I'm like, how do I do this for my 1-bedroom apartment?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like in my apartment, like it gets tough.
I feel like that's where you can see the difference between somebody who's just doing this as a job and someone who's naturally creative. And I feel like I don't want to like
no, just say no. I'm like just
we're interviewing
I feel
you.
like I do have like a natural talent for creating.
Yeah,
like
you have the eye for it.
I love this question because next year I'm gonna launch something here at the studio where I'm gonna be teaching this.
Oh, amazing!
I'm there.
Yes.
Yeah, just let us know.
I'm gonna be teaching the art of really quality content creation where you can actually get paid to do this and not even have to post. I post probably 15% of my work.
Wow.
I don't even post it. It's me and a brand. Here you go. I need to do this, and I send it off. I don't post it. Yeah.
That's ideal. For me personally.
That's ideal for a lot of people that don't even want to be on social media. This UGC life is great.
Totally.
So I do want I've been wanting to do this, and I'm like in the process of developing it, but I want to create something where I've already done it. I did it for the girls of Sana, like the Sana. Yeah, I did it for them. And it was so great that I was like, this is going to be a thing for me, because I think that I could probably make the same wall and chair and couch and whatever in like 50 different videos, and you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Wow. Yeah.
It's all about just angles and lighting and zooming in and just using your environment and knowing how to create with it. It's so important, because not everybody can have a million different, scenarios and environments and this and that. Sometimes you just have your 1-bedroom apartment to work with. I did it for years in mine.
And then sometimes you're like, I like want to redecorate my entire apartment for the content.
Yeah. Well, that's why you come to MOE.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, exactly.
And you can move everything around here, and it's perfect.
No, it's a perfect segue to go back to MOE. Okay, so talk about like you have this idea, you're creating all this content in your 1-bedroom, and then you're like, I have this photo background, creative, I want to keep creating content, I need a space. Like, I mean, how did you put this together? I feel like this is like a big space.
Yeah.
It's a big commitment. You're like signing a lease or whatever, you know?
For 5 years.
How did you let's talk a little bit about the business side. Like, how did you actually plan and put it together and then open shop?
It's funny because MOE, the name, is my childhood nickname.
Like Moreno? Like
Moreno. Yeah. So my friends, when I was little, used to call me Dani Mo.
Dani Mo.
Yeah, and it was always my thing. Like my personal Instagram
That's so cute.
Dani Mo. And I always liked how those 3 letters looked visually. And I always was like, if I ever start a business, I would want it to be called MOE. And for a period of my life, I really wanted to go into jewelry design. I was obsessed with jewelry, and I wanted to start a jewelry brand, which I feel like at some point in my life, maybe I will do it. I don't know, but it's hard. But there was never anything really that kind of put a fire under my ass to get there and like do it. And when I came up with the idea of MOE, it was so fluid. It was like, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to put it literally was insane how quickly everything just kind of came to me.
Yeah.
And there was no hesitation. I could not sleep at night from the ideas that were running in my head of what I wanted to do. I was sweating. Such
a good feeling.
Yeah. I was literally sweating. I would be sleeping, and I'd be like, and then I would grab my phone and grab my notes, and I would just be like, and it was so, I don't want to say it was easy, because the process of creating and then building it was definitely not easy, but the idea was so easy, because I always feel like the best businesses come from a problem that you have yourself that you're trying to solve.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's like how you can stay consistent with the mission.
Exactly. It was just because I had this need, and I needed a place like MOE in my life. And so for me, it was so organic and so easy to come up with a concept. Where I don't thrive is with everything to do with numbers and figuring out, all of that part. Like, that was not my strength. So I hired an accountant, and I was like, you got to help me. Who doesn't? Yeah. So that part was more challenging. My mom was a huge help also, in the sense of like, I would be like, oh, here's a mood board of the kind of furniture I want, and she would source everything for me. Wow. And she would just sit there for hours on the computer, like, I found this chair, Dani, na, like, I found this. And so that was a huge help as well, because she was helping me source pieces that I didn't even know we were able to find.
Right.
But the concept, when I always wanted to do the studio, but I originally was going to do it in an apartment. There's like a building called a filling station that I was going to do it in, which is more industrial. Yeah. But when I went to visit it, I was like, this is too dark. Dani Mo needs her glow. You know what I mean?
Literally, by the way, it's coming.
It's coming in, yeah.
And when I saw this space, it was.
Did you have to visit a lot of spaces before you found this one?
No, you guys don't know. You guys don't even know. After I went to that filling station, and I was like, I can't do it here. My heart crushed, because I was like, how am I going to execute this without a place, like a physical place. I got in the car with my parents and I started driving. I had never driven around here. This was 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
This area was completely dead. There was nothing here. And we got lost and we took the wrong turn and we ended up on this street you're
Oh my
seeing
God.
right here. And as we're driving, I see there's like a huge sticker on the window that said cafe space for lease or something like that. I ran out of the car and
it was this one?
I hugged this place and I was like, this is it. I was like, this is MOE Studio. And long story short, I called and the broker was like, no, we're signing with a restaurant tomorrow. It's not available. But I was like, oh, but you're signing tomorrow. Like I still have 6 hours to pitch something to you. So my dad has a friend who's like a lawyer in real estate, and I went to his house. We stayed until 1 a.m. drafting an LOI, which is a letter of intent. And I sent it to the landlords along with a deck of what I wanted the business to look like. And I think it was the next day that he called me and he was like, come in for a pitch. So I went into the offices of all the realtors and
oh my God.
middle-aged men were there, which now are my landlords who live here. So if you're watching, hello, I don't think so. But I came in and I was like, why would you put a restaurant in Magic City, Art District, whatever the hell, this is not going to be successful. It's going to take years for a restaurant.
By the way, it would have been so unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful.
There's no foot traffic.
It would have lasted a year, the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I can't even say the restaurant that they were going to put. It was a gross chain. It was not the vibe.
Right.
And I was like, no, you're going to see cute girls here. I'm going to do events. It's going to be a creative.
Not the cute girls.
Well, sometimes you got to
Maybe
be
that got them going. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, they were not used to seeing girls like us walking around this area. And now they see it all the time because it's me and 727 Pilates Studio next door. So this area is flooded with really cute girls now. But I kind of convinced them to give me a chance, and the restaurant thing wasn't really working with them. And I was like, listen, do you know how long it's going to take for this restaurant to get permits in Miami, for them to build a kitchen in this place?
Yeah.
Because MOE was what they call in real estate a shell.
Yeah.
So there was nothing. It was a burnt down warehouse. None of these walls existed. There was no bathroom. There was no air conditioning.
So you built it all out.
I had to build everything out. And if I would have wanted to put a restaurant, they have to put
it's so much more.
a grease trap. I mean, you're Mrs. Carpaccio daughter.
And we're both in real estate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. Triple N, the whole thing. Okay, great. Love that. So I kind of convinced them that I can execute this pretty quickly, and they were like, ka-ching, ka-ching. Let's go.
Literally.
And so I had to fight it for like 4 months.
Wow.
It was hard. Like there were days where I would wake up and I would just cry and cry and cry because I was like, okay,
so when
this
did
is
they
not
tell you,
happening. They told me no.
You got it. This is your place. When did they say that?
It was July of 2022 when I signed my lease, and I was like,
wait,
shaking.
why were they being so difficult? I mean, I get it, but like
because they had a restaurant with triple my budget, trying to come in, and you're at war with someone else, and they're trying to figure out what to do with this beautiful space here. They're trying to make this area a thing, and it's really complicated, the logistics.
What were you telling yourself during that time? Because you wanted to create this beautiful place. You found this place. You knew in your soul that this was the place. Yeah. And now you did everything, which I think is amazing. That is a lesson for everyone. Like when you want something, like that day you met with the attorney, like you made it happen, you sent it on time, like everything is possible.
Everything is possible.
And then it's just kind of like, what were you telling yourself when you were like, maybe this is not my place? Like, should I let go? Should I keep pushing? When should I let go?
Same exact question. Yeah.
One thing.
This is why
I love this for you guys.
No, but yeah, to rephrase it for a second, like pretty much like I think a lot of people always come to this crossroad. It's like things aren't working out. Mm-hmm. So how do you know when to just like leave it or when to like keep fighting?
One thing that I admire about myself is my perseverance in situations where I really want something. I have an insane intuition. And when I know that something is for me, I just know. There was not one moment, even though I was crying, that I thought that this was not going to happen. Not for 1 second. I think that that's really powerful, because it's so easy when people tell you no to just be like, okay. I feel like that's where a lot of people just quit, because people will always tell you no. People still tell me no all the time for many things. And I think that I had such a strong intuition. I was like, there is no way that place is not for me. When I would walk in here in around this time, do you see the sun, how it hits your eyes and how beautiful they look in this light?
Yeah, her green ass eyes.
Her green ass eyes in this light.
I'll take it.
This is what it does. This place is magical. I would walk in here and I was like, no. Restaurant my ass. Like, this is MOE Studio. And I believed it so strongly that I was just like, I will do whatever I need to do. Like, I will send whatever letter I need to send. I would go to the city with an ex-boyfriend of mine at that time that was like there through that emotional time. And I'd like 6 a.m. like show up with the things, because there were so many challenges with the city, with permits, with things.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Like the craziest story that I always say is the day of my campaign for MOE, I was able to get Jen Ceballos from Endlessly Love Club, who was like my muse for so many years, to be in my campaign. And 2 days before we were going to shoot the campaign in July, it was the summer, FPL told me that they didn't recognize this address in the Miami City records, and therefore that electricity in this place was not going to be a thing.
Perfect.
Because like the address did not exist in the records. And I was 2 days away from shooting my campaign. I was a month away from my launch event. I had every piece of furniture in here, and I had a full-on panic attack. I had a panic attack where I had to take my first Xanax of my life because I couldn't breathe. And at that moment I was like, this is not happening. My dad was like, Dani, like, we might need to get a lawyer and get our money back, because if you can't have electricity, how are you going to run a business?
How is a restaurant going to run with no electricity? I'm saying
they would have had the same challenge. It was horrible, you guys. You don't understand. Like I thought at that point it's over. So the panic attack was merited, I think, you know, at that moment. But in the campaign, we just kind of figured it out everybody on set was such a trooper. We still went ahead and shot the campaign in the middle of July in here with no air conditioning.
You actually couldn't pay me $5 million to be a model that day.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
I'd take the $5 million.
Everyone was sweating. It was really intense, but the energy was so amazing. It's still the best day of my life. That day was still the best day of my life. And so I think that through everything, I've always just been, it's going to happen. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. And that mentality has kept me going through a lot of times where could throw in the towel.
I love that.
It's certainty beyond logic.
Yeah, Delulu is the
Delulu.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
I haven't either. I just kind of went along with it.
Really?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's unwavering.
You and I just
certainty.
connected.
Love that. Aquarius.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I was talking to a friend about this yesterday, and she is having like a struggle with her love life, and I was having a career struggle, and I was like venting to her, and she's like, Kat, it's the same thing for me, just in like my love life. And she's like, I am willing to struggle for love. Like I am willing to struggle for like the right person and the right opportunity and the right thing to come into my life. So like, I'm not concerned, like, does it feel good right now? No. But like, I am willing to go through this pain to come out on the other side to have like exactly what I want.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah. Okay. I relate to that 100%.
Yeah.
I relate to that. I feel sometimes, I think our generation as well, because our parents they were kind to us. You know, our parents probably
were kind to us.
Like,
they were.
No, like our parents,
were
that generation
tougher.
were very tough. And so our parents kind of nurtured us a lot. And so we've also become very comfortable with being comfortable. And I think where you see different types of people now succeeding is like, can you get through these challenges? Because sometimes it is fucking hard. You know what I mean? I still have days where I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And it's very hard. But through that pain and all those lows, then you get met with magical highs and you're like, this is exactly why this is 100% worth it. You just have to kind of push.
Yeah, I so agree with that. And I think I say this all the time on this podcast, but I lost my mom like 3 years ago. Sorry. And it was one of the hardest things ever because she was my like everything, like took care of everything for me, totally babied me, made me so comfortable. I never had to do anything. And when she was gone, like not only was I like grieving her loss, but my whole life was like completely, it felt like I was gonna die. Like I was like, how do I do anything? Thank God her mom came into the mix. No, her mom is a huge angel in my life and my DM, so many moms. But anyway, yeah, like I agree with that. But it was such a blessing in disguise because like I don't need anybody for anything ever again.
No, you're a tough bitch now.
Tough bitch, baby. Yeah. And even like it's made, I think my relationship with my like fiance so much stronger because I don't need to depend on him for anything 100%. Besides like love and support. So that's I agree. So like amazing. The struggle is so worth it for anything, whatever anybody goes through. Like you are just going to come out with so many different skills and tools that you're going to be able to, they're going to advance your life some way or another, or else the struggle was in vain. So
no, but I mean, if you went through something like that, which I feel like it's the ultimate form of pain, like losing a parent, you know, obviously parents that lose children, that's it's not natural. Yeah. But losing a parent and being able to succeed and look the way you look and everything and your spirit, your energy, it's so amazing and positive. I would have never thought that you lost your mom. I don't know, like my mom, I call her 50 times a day. I'm so annoying. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely,
but like you should be very proud of yourself because that's amazing.
Thank you. Well, we can dive into spirituality now because obviously all three of us are very spiritual. Yes. And I'm sure we'd both love to hear your journey with spirituality and how it came to be for you and how you've expressed it now.
I think I've lived a lot of years by myself, you know, just living by myself. And when you live by yourself, you kind of get lost sometimes in your thoughts and I started experimenting with different things that I felt like I could create magic in my life. And it has really nothing to do with religion or God or anything like that. But I found different tools and different things through spirituality that I feel like just helped me in my life. And I don't know, I think the past 5 years, I'm 34.
You look so young, by the way.
So young.
Yeah, so young. Yeah.
Well, I'm 34, so I've been through, you know, the 20s and all of that, and
I literally thought you were like 24. Like,
really?
So yeah.
No. I'm an oldie.
You're not
oldie but a goodie.
So old.
I found different tools in my life every day that have really grounded me and kept me present, and because I used to have really bad anxiety. I was one of those people that before anxiety was a thing, was having anxiety like 18, 19 years old. And finding presence in my life, just daily grounding presence, has really kept me just be, you know, a really healthy, how do you say, like my mental health is very, very good because I take care of it through all of that all the time. So yeah, I don't know if like there's specific things that you want me to talk about in the spirituality.
What are these tools you think that have helped subside your anxiety?
I think everyone has read this book, but The Power of Now from Eckhart Tolle was one of those books that really changed my perspective of how to live my life. Because they say if you think about the past, you're depressed. If you think about the future, you're anxious. But if you're just present, you're just present. And you really realize that the only thing that you have right now is right now. And for me, that has been so life-changing. So I wake up every morning and I do write in a gratitude journal every single day. There's not one day that I don't do it. I am a fan of Joe Dispenza and all of his teachings. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself was another book that really changed me. How to rewire your subconscious through meditation. And all those tools have really helped me as well, because I needed to not be this anxious, scared girl. And I think a lot of the times when I was younger, I think I would let people kind of walk all over me a little bit, because I was always very sweet and very kind. And I think at some point I was like, I'm still going to be sweet and still going to be kind, but I'm going to be, I'm going to show up more with boundaries and all these things. And it helped me change those things in my personality that I wasn't happy with. And I think it's led me to gain more respect from people and, understand that I have certain limits and things like that. So all of these spiritual things, like you can call it woo-woo, whatever you want. For me, they've all have changed my life. I can get into all the things like Neville Goddard and all his teachings. And, but yeah, I believe in kindness every day, and I do practice it.
What's like for one person who's not spiritual, or maybe just like, yeah, it is one woo-woo. Like what's one thing that's just like stuck out to you that if you could share that one thing with people, what would it be? One lesson, one thought?
I think this is also a morbid thing to say, but we're all gonna die. And when you live your life knowing that and understanding that and accepting that, and you really start appreciating the moment. And I feel like that is the most grounding thing, because a lot of people are always living their life with fear, of like, what's going to happen next? How am I going to pay my bills next month? What am I? And there's so much that goes on in our brains, because there's so many thoughts that happen every single minute of the day, that you can get clouded in this thing where you just become depressed. And I think that understanding that we're all just here for a time, and every day you can really take a step to making your life exactly how you want it to be. I think that has been one of my most incredible mindset tools that have helped me just be grounded, be present, but then consistent and hardworking, and also really grateful when things happen. Never taking anything for granted. I'm so grateful every single day. Even for one girl who comes to the studio, I'm like, thank you. I think for me, that mentality of just like, we're just here. We're given this life, and you don't know when it's gonna get taken. So, and not in a negative way, but in a let me appreciate what's happening totally. Way. I also don't know for how long I'm going to have the studio, or like what's going to be of my life if in the future I become a mom and I can't really be doing this. Like my hands are going to get older. I'm not going to be able to create this content for this jewelry brand for the rest of my life. So everything is like a moment to just be grateful and thankful of what's happening now.
That's amazing. I need to take that with me. Yeah. You said your intuition is so strong.
Yeah.
I want to know, how have you learned to listen to your intuition? What are things you do to like strengthen that connection with yourself? Because I feel like some people don't know if that's the real voice. Maybe it's their ego speaking, or maybe just kind of like, I don't know, they just don't connect that way.
Which it can be as well,
Yes, it can be.
Our ego can always get in the way of everything. But I feel like intuition is kind of an inner knowing where you have absolutely no doubt that you're in the right path, and you're kind of just guided through it. You don't have, there's no effort, it's like the law, it's one of the 7 laws. And one of them is the law is of the least resistance. And that is where I feel like you're just, something else is kind of doing a little thing for you, and you just have to be like, okay.
You have to listen. You have to be like, this feels a little off, or this feels right.
You always
and you have
know.
to listen to it.
I feel like every relationship that I've had, the first few dates, I already know if it ends, this is going to be the reason why. And it always ends up being the reason. And sometimes I'm like, oh, but he's so cute and tall, and I'm going to keep going. And then at the end, it's like, oh, this was the reason. That happened to me in my past relationship. I met a guy who was from a completely different country. He was Norwegian. And on the first date that I had with him, I went home and I wrote in my journal. I've never talked about this, by the way.
Exclusive.
But, exclusive. But I wrote in my journal, I was like, he's so amazing, he's so great, but my intuition is telling me that he's not my person because there's a really strong cultural boundary between us, and I couldn't get past that. Long story short, he wanted to live in Norway. I didn't. We broke up because of that after living together and everything.
Wow.
But I was like, I was going to probably marry this man. We had a cat, the whole thing. But my intuition was so strong from the very first day. I have the journal entry dated
crazy
with the exact words that I just told you right now. From my very first date with him, I already knew. But he was great. So I kept going. So I just feel like you can listen to your intuition or you can ignore it, but I think it's there.
It's there.
And it's always it kind of screams at you if you tune into it. It's, for me, it's always been right.
Yeah. No, incredible. Just to hop a little bit back to Mo real quick, you open here. How have you created such an amazing community? Because we talk about community all the time and how it's so hard to find like-minded people. And I feel like this is like a very strong female, lots of female founders come here. And I feel like so many people love to come here. And I feel like you've really built a community here. And it's hard to build a community, I feel.
It's hard. I think that has been my favorite part about having Mo. The community that we've been able to build has been, I don't understand. I think it's a mixture of different things. I think one of them has to do with the aesthetic of the place and the type of people that are gravitated towards it. So I think that it's people who maybe think the same way that we do. You know what I mean? So once they come back.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, hey, I call them by their name and I know something about their life and we chat and we kind of build this bond, which I think happens with a lot. We have a membership too. So my members, I see them all the time. I see them every week. So that part has been me being present in my own business and building relationship with my clients on a personal level that I feel like gives a lot of humanity to the business.
Yeah.
Another way that I feel is like through the events that I've executed the past few years, which as an influencer myself, like from being in that world, I always talk about this, but every time I go to an event, an influencer event, I find that girls are there for different purposes. One of them is to get content, which I understand, they're expected to. And then they're always like looking for a gift bag or just like trying to get the photo, get the gift bag and in and out. But because they're so used to these types of events, they take it for granted. And it's again what we were talking about. For me, since I started the studio, I have not done one exclusive influencer event in 3 years. Everything has been community-based. So I open up all my experiences to the community so anybody can come. So we have girls come with their mom, their sisters, their daughters, through everything. And through that, it's like, this is really a community. You know what I mean? Like people in Miami that want to come to our breathwork classes, through our clay classes, our skincare workshops, are just like-minded people that find that when they come here, they feel comfortable, so they come back. And it's just really cozy. I can't explain it, but when I have events here, I see girls take off their shoes and they're just hanging out and they bring their dogs and they don't want to leave. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I love this. You know what I mean? Because this is a reason why I wanted to do this. And I think through a mixture of aesthetics and the superficial things and that, but I think it's a feeling that people get when they come to Mo, that they leave and they're like, oh, that was
Are you really, always here?
I'm always here.
I'm trying to remember if you were here when we were here.
Maybe not. I
don't know. Also, it was like so long ago.
It was so
long ago. Yeah. I try to be here every day. I'm not always here, but I try to be here every day. I love being here.
Yeah.
I love being here. I love working here. I love seeing the people who come here. I love creating content in the gaps of shoots, and there's just really no place I'd rather be in my day than here. You know, why would I be in that coffee shop with a bunch of people, like loud noises, when I could be here?
Yeah, it's very calming.
Yeah.
What is your advice for female founders who are too nervous to take the leap on their passion project?
There's a lot of pressure these days to be a founder.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that comes with a price, because people are like really craving that title without really understanding the amount of work that it takes to actually build a business and keep going with a business. So before you do anything, I would tell that person, what are your intentions with what you're trying to build? Like, are you just trying to get money? Are you just trying to get a title? Because there's so many challenges that come with having a business that I feel like you really do need to be obsessed. And if you're not obsessed with what you're doing, you're going to end up just giving up, which a lot of people do.
Did you read Tasha Oakley's book, Excessively Obsessed?
No.
Everything you're saying, it's in her book.
Really?
Like even before when you were like, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
Like she literally wrote, that's what she did when she was building Monday Swim. It's a really good book.
I love Tash.
Yeah.
I have a close relationship with those girls.
You do?
Yeah, because
we fucking love them.
Devin is like my
You guys
favorite
look alike.
person.
I was just thinking, I was like, you're giving
my God, that is the biggest compliment
You really are.
ever.
Yeah.
Devin is the coolest
I mean, they just seem like
They're both
so
ever.
cool. Yeah.
nice and beautiful.
and I look up to them so much. So it's a, like really quick story. When Valentina and I started the blog, we went to one of their events that they invited us to in Swim Week, and we bought a bikini from them, and we went to Tulum and we took pictures in this bikini, and they reposted us on a bikini a day and Monday swimwear, and we got like 1,000 followers from that. And back then,
I was gonna say back then that's a lot.
No. We were like, we're famous.
Yeah.
We were like, we made it.
Yeah.
And they really helped us like get from being these awkward girls that were just trying to do social media to actually having like a little bit more of a following, and it kicked us off. And I have loved those girls and respected them from the very first day, and they're incredibly kind people. Like if you meet them, they're so nice. And yeah, I love Devin. I chat more with Devin than I do Tash, but Tash is also like a boss. So I'm glad she's saying things that I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I haven't read her book, but I should.
A whole book about it. Yeah.
I literally posted a picture today in Monday Swimwear. I only wear Monday Swimwear. I tag them every day.
It's so cute. I haven't bought one thing from there.
No, you need to.
But everything
I
you
can't
wear
wear any other
so
bikini.
Cute.
I feel so hot when I'm in there.
Yeah.
Like no other bikini makes me feel this good. Yeah.
And the quality of the clothes is incredible. I still have that bikini from 6 years ago, and I still wear it.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. They really are just killing it.
I think I need to try it out.
Yeah, try it. Yeah. You won't regret it, I promise. And the price point is incredible too.
I just went to Greece for this trip, whatever.
You got so much cute stuff.
It was 60% off.
Oh, really?
I got 10 bathing suits, 10 cover-ups.
Wow.
It was just like their end of season.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like gonna be
Which
obviously
all classics anyway.
Yes, I just got like a triangle bikini in every color, basically, with a matching cover-up.
You should email them. They'll probably send you things.
I have. They don't. I'm not stopping. I need
See,
them.
that's what I'm saying. You can't stop. Don't take no for an answer.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God.
But I forgot what I was saying about. What was Tash saying in her book?
Oh, excessively obsessed. That she was just. You were saying you have to be obsessed.
You have to be obsessed. So I would tell that person, how obsessed are you with what you want to do? Because at the end of the day, you really have to remove your ego from it, because it's if you just go into this thinking you're going to be successful and rich and you're going to be a founder and 30 under 30 and all of that, like it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing this podcast for 2 years, and like we definitely want to keep growing, and it is hard. Like this takes time. We've recorded like 4 times this week, and we don't get anything out of this. Like the thing we get out of it is that we love it, and we love connecting with our guests and meeting people. Like it's the best part about all of it. But we've been doing it for 2 years with no money, and people are always like, oh, like how's like the pink pod? And I'm like, okay, like first of all,
that you just have to just be like,
I'm like, it's great.
Take it as fuel.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm going to show you what this pink pod is. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love when someone's a little, like, low-key, a little hater. I'm like, oh, you're going to think I'm going to fail? Watch me. You know what I mean? And you take it as fuel. Like, all the hate and the negativity should be fuel. But also, we'll chat business later, because I feel like, I have some tips.
Amazing.
But I think you just have to be consistent, because how many people after 2 years where they're like, we're not monetizing this and that, and they just give up.
Yeah.
But when you pass that threshold, and then you get it, and it's like, thank you. Thank God I didn't
It's funny because I see so many people online and I'm like, you guys like have potential. You know, like I see it in these people and then I'm like, why did you stop? And even I think then it's like the same for us to think of ourselves. I mean, we're not stopping, but it's just kind of like, I see that of other people that I'm like, you could have kept going and like, this could have been something really big. Like I see it in some people that like, let's say we know in our community, you know?
Oh, and also, sorry, my point to saying that, I had a point to saying all that, was that you and I don't want to stop this because we're like, we know we're meant to be doing this. Like it's our intuition. We don't know why, but like we love it so much and we know that we are meant to be doing this.
And that's the most important thing. And so I think that when you are creating from that mentality and that point of view, you also, there's no way you can fail.
Yeah.
There's no way. When you do something like that so genuinely, I just feel like there's no way that you can really fail. I mean, people have to like what you're putting out there. That's a different factor. But
who's not gonna like this podcast though?
I'm gonna listen to it for the rest of my life.
Every week.
You're
getting like higher listens and it's like
I'm a fan.
Well, I feel like we've chatted a lot. We can get to our quick fire round.
Yeah, which is just fun. Quick fire. Okay. Camera, iPhone.
Camera.
Video or photos?
Photos.
Creative icon you'd love to collab with?
Lainey, the founder of Say Beauty, throwing it out there.
Yes. I also have asked them for PR. They don't answer.
Oh my God,
I'll gift you.
we had song that instantly puts you in a creative mood. We know it's disco. Maybe you got a specific one.
What mood? What song?
Yeah, song that instantly puts you in a creative mood.
More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees. That is like, oh, I'm ready.
Love.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Yes.
One word that describes Mo.
Homie.
I was gonna say cozy.
Yeah.
Okay, love it.
No, homie.
We like to say we are your home away from home to create content.
Yeah.
You know?
Amazing.
Yeah.
What are 3 words to describe your aesthetic?
I like to think that it's a mixture of modern, timeless, with a touch of how do I describe? Well, what do you mean, like in my furniture?
No, just like in your aesthetic, I guess, like in your content, in your furniture. Yeah, like your aesthetic as like a person.
I think it's elevated, timeless, with a touch of like cool.
Yeah.
Like a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Like a little edge.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, a little edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not like clean girl aesthetic. Like there's a little bit of
Rough around the edges.
Yeah, but always elevated and
like overall time.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to do here in Miami?
I love, there's this place called Miami Soundbar that I love. But you asked that question and I just thought, is it day? Is it night? Is it, you know what I mean?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Well, yeah, I live in Mimo.
Okay.
Here, around this area. Caracas Bakery is an amazing
they have one
place.
close to my house and I've been wanting to go.
Oh, really?
I've been, it's so good.
It looks really good.
It's an amazing breakfast place. I'm also a fan of, so like nighttime, I love to go to Miami Soundbar or Mad Radio. You could probably find me there on a Friday night.
Amazing. And we have one last question for you that basically we leave every single episode with a homework assignment for our listeners, which is one actionable tool or tip that they can implement to their lives to become the best version of themselves this week. So what's your homework assignment for them? It could be anything, literally anything.
I think putting thoughts down on paper, however you can, is such an important thing for your brain to do. So whatever that means to you, I think taking the time to sit down with a journal and writing something that's on your mind or planning something that you want to do. I always find that what I put in my journals ends up happening. It's like magic. It really is. And I'm such a believer in that little connection.
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just write things.
That's amazing. Thank you. Well, where can everybody find you? Share your socials. Where can people find Mo? Where can they find you? Where can they find Iron and Salt? Just
Iron and Salt is
pimp yourself out.
Is my creative Instagram. So it's IRONNSALT. Iron and Salt. It's not and, it's just N. And then We Are MOE Studio is the studio. So I hope to see some of your followers here.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much,
guys.
Dani.
This was so fun. I want to keep chatting. Like,
I know. I know.
This was amazing. Thank you.